so.
So, but you mustn't repeat the question. Say from the beginning. The moment you repeat the question, they think you don't have enough words to answer. So don't repeat the question. They already given you the question. They say, on what occasions do you think people give flowers to people? Then you must say, well, in my opinion, normally on Mother's Day, on Teacher's Day, and on birthdays to the ones that you love, particularly females, or mothers, or girlfriends, or sisters, or aunties, or whatever. Try again.
Well, in my opinion, some special occasion to give flower, I think like Teacher Day, on the birthday, or
Okay? So let's look at your part 1. Part 1, you did fairly okay in the sense of coherence, so you gave the answers that I needed, but you have to work for me on your sentence structures, number 1. Number 2, you should not hesitate so much. When you speak, you shouldn't say or stop speaking. Otherwise your fluency will go down. So you must maintain your words coming out of your voice to keep on speaking so that your fluency can be alright. But if you say short words like, and I want to wait for my brother, that's not good. So your coherence was fine, pronunciation wasn't bad, grammar wasn't bad in part 1, but part 2, you struggled. You were hesitating, there was no fluency. You've counted here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 times you said So that you must leave Ronaldo. They're going to penalize you badly for that. And also don't read so much from your page. When you speak to the examiner, you must steal those keywords. Steal them with your eyes. So you must write them deep. So while you're looking at the examiner, you must do this with my eyes. You see my eyes here. So I'm stealing the words there. While I'm speaking to the examiner, I'm doing this. So you're going to tell the examiner, so one of my favorite movies I've ever watched was about a person that was struggling, they didn't have money at home, etc. And then while you're going to start your second sentence, you steal the word from here, your second keyword, then you know. And the reasons why I think this person was such a hero or such a great inspiration to other people is because of the following reasons. Then you're giving the reasons. So when they ask you why, what did you see, what was the name of the movie? You didn't tell me the name of the movie. You didn't tell me who was the character in the movie that inspired you. So the coherence part is very important. You must give the information that they're asking you. So if they say to you, what was the movie called? You must remember, the movie that inspired me the most was called so and so and so. And the reasons why I chose this movie as my favorite movie is because of the following reasons. But you can't give information, tell me about somebody if you don't mention the person's name, what is the person's abilities, what is the person doing in the movie, how did the person inspire you. You have to tell me about the name, the movie's name, why the movie inspired you. Who went with you to the movie? You didn't tell me that either. So your bullet points is your coherence. It's very important. You must focus on what they're asking you. They will give you a bad point for coherence. And you don't want that. You want to try and give the best information you can towards the examiner when they ask you, okay? You also struggled. You hesitated. You weren't sure about your vocabulary, what answers to give. So I would recommend you to go and check all the subjects I gave you. Remember, I gave you guys a list of all the subjects like art, advertisements, books, culture, food, environment, fashion, hobbies, classmates, all of those, every single word that I gave you, topics that I gave you, you must go and say, do I know anything about art? If you don't know anything about art, you must go Google. Say, Google, IELTS speaking art, or IELTS vocabulary for art. Then Google will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 words that you can use under art, right? But if you don't know the words, it's going to be very difficult to speak. So you need to develop your vocabulary. So every day, I want you from now on, when you go home, when you come home at night after you've done your homework, 5 minutes before you go to bed, you're going to take 5 minutes and learn each night just 5 words for each topic. So if they say art, then you're going to say, galleries, landscapes, modern. You can also say abstract, or what kind of art you like to look at. This is why you're speaking about that art, and why that art attracts you, right? But if you don't know the words, it's very hard to speak. So if I ask you a topic about environment, what are you going to tell me? So you need to learn words like emissions, toxic gases, toxic fluids going into the rivers and into the lakes, carbon dioxide. Those are the words that examiners want you to say while you're speaking about a topic. So my advice for you is, every night you pick a different topic. First night you say art, you learn 5 words, only 5 words. You go sleep. While you're sleeping, while you're falling asleep, you must say those 5 words. Next night you take a new one, books. What do I need to know about books? Okay, I need to learn these words, 5 words. Then food. What do you know about food? You can speak about street market food. You can speak about scrumptious food. You can speak about our Vietnamese tradition loves to cook meals, particularly during Tet. It's a big celebration where we normally eat chung cake during Tet. It's a different time that's meant only for Tet. We eat that food only for Tet. So those things, the details are important. So your vocabulary range is not so strong yet developed. So I want you every night to learn 5 words from every different topic. So that one day, when you have to speak about a topic, you will remember those 5 words that you learned about. And then you can speak about them and use them in your presentation. Otherwise, your coherence and your fluency will drop down very badly. Your vocabulary, range of vocabulary will drop down very badly. And also your sentence structures will then struggle. You will struggle to make sentences because you don't have the words. So if I say to speak about your favorite t-shirt, then you can tell me, my favorite t-shirt has got Vietnam star on it. It's red, it's sloppy. I've been wearing it for 10 years and I wish I could find another one like this because of the cotton material, it's trendy, whatever words you want to use. Then you're giving me details. Or if I ask you, who is your hero? You say to me, Ronaldo. You say to me, well, he's one of the world's best football players. He played for Portugal for many years. He is also known, or the next best player to Ronaldo is also known as Messi. They are multi-millionaires. They make a lot of money. You referred to here in your movie, you said billions. You said billions, but I don't know what you said. Wants to be billion. What do you mean by that? He wants to be a billion. A billionaire or millionaire?